Good morning, everybody. How are you today? We are, what, 3 days into the new year? Wow. So glad you guys could show up today. Hello, Sci Fi Mommy. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Before we get going with anything else, let me do my morning ritual. First, I'm going to like myself on YouTube and share to the world of the Twixverse that I am live. Putting my Twitch link in there too, so that people on both sides, if they're on Twix, will know. So I've got that done. And I also have a poll that I'm going to go ahead and start. Um, it's about the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It does tie into both our birthdays and our celebrations today. So here we go. Here's the poll. The Lord of the Ring trilogy. I like the books. I like the movies. I like both the books and the movies, or I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So that's our poll today. And hey, Atwood over on the YouTube side, how you doing? How you doing today? Oh, and also on the Twitch side. Give me a second here so I can uh, get my monitoring going here. It says I'm live, and how do I go? Let's go to here. Okay, so I can kind of watch this and see if anything pops up that I need to care about. There we go. So we'll put this is the one I really need to look at, my Twitch, because if anybody does anything over there, I don't see it. It doesn't show it. So I'm going to put that here where I can see it a little better. So, yes, I think we are good. We are good. Hello, Jedi Bill. Good morning to you. I hope you are having a great Wednesday. Um, my Twitch seems, oops, you know what I need to do? I need to change. I do need to do this. Turn off the emote only on Twitch. So we are good. We are very good here. Now we can start the show. It's Wednesday. Oh my gosh. And life has started all over again. We've had that a wonderful time of with Dadman being off basically since Christmas, a little bit before Christmas. And it's been just very nice and everything, but now it's time to start life totally again. Yesterday was kind of foot in the water, but today it's full bore. Dadman had to get up this morning, had to go to work, and so life begins again, the regular life. So, yes, let me quickly say hello to acknowledge everyone in the chat. Sci-Fi Mombi, I already said hello, but hello again to you. And Atwood on both the Twitch and the YouTube side. Hello. So glad you're here this morning. We have Jedi Bill. Good morning to you. And we have Snortopoopas Q Burr. Hello, humans and other critters. Hello to you. I am so glad you're all here today. And then we have some good mornings back and forth in the chat. So, like I said, today it starts completely. I mean, there's no more uh, just chilling and saying, "Oh, let's just go out and eat dinner tonight." It's staying home and eating because we went out and ate dinner a lot while Dad Man was home, and things like laundry and dishes and vacuuming the floor and all that stuff has started again full bore. Appointments are starting again. Youngest had an dentist appointment yesterday. We have appointments. Um, Dentist appointments tomorrow. Yes. And Welcome, Santa Megatron. Yes, you're finally here. I think you need to no longer be Santa Megatron. Uh, It's July. It's July. It's January. And yes, we are going to be, yes, happy 32nd birthday to J.R.R. Tolkien. Today is his birthday. And if you are on YouTube side, you see the poll I have. And we will check it throughout the show. And so right now, uh, like both the books and the movies of the Lord of the Rings trilogy is in the lead, with like the movies and do not like are in second. So very good, very good. Um, I was trying to think about something to talk about this morning, and I really I don't, I've kind of talked about some of my plans for my channel and the like, but you know, I don't really have anything new to talk about. I'm watching a new Korean drama that seems to be very good. I was wondering about maybe um, doing some reviews of them. Oh, Atwood. Let's see, what do we have? We have I like them both, but the books are best. And haven't Atwood hasn't seen nor read them, and you feel left out. I don't feel like reading 30 pages of how green the grass is. That's when you skim. That's called skimming. You skim through that stuff really fast. I read Gone with the Wind in 6th grade. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know why the book is so thick? It's because they kind of do the same thing. And so you learn to kind of skim through that stuff. Well, Snorterpoopus, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. Get some tea. I even had breakfast. Well, Dadman's alarm went off, and so I got up early this morning. I usually get up around 7:30, but his alarm goes off at 20 till 7. And so I got up at 6:40 this morning. Um, and and I actually kind of got some stuff done. I did some laundry, got the dryer going. I actually made breakfast and ate breakfast before the show, which was I usually don't do that. So yeah, I've gotten moving, and I hope you guys are moving uh, wherever you're at. So I think it's time to start our show. Oh, but Snorter Pippa says the grass was really, really green and worth reading about. So try the books again. Try the books again. Okie dokie. Well, we have 7 people watching. Thank you guys very much for that. And it is 9:08 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. We have 5 people watching on YouTube with, let's see how many likes. 3 likes. We have 2 people that haven't liked. Let's make those like even. It drives me insane when that doesn't happen. And let's look here on Twitch and let's see. We have 2 viewers on Twitch. Thank you guys very much for that. So let's go ahead and start um, what we do on this show. We talk about birthdays first, don't we? So let's get this where I actually can. There we go. So our birthday. Did you mention that when you visited Hobbiton in 2006, the grass was really green? Really, really green? I guess then it did deserve 30 pages of being written about. I've already liked my channel. Oh, you didn't like. Ah, shame on you, Atwood. Shame on you. Okay, so here we go. Oh, Dadman. I don't know. Dadman, I don't know if he's going to be able to lurk today, even lurk. We'll see. But so our birthday's today, January 3rd. Oh my gosh, where are the papers? I thought I lost my papers. I actually got done. Usually I'm working in the evening doing this, but I actually got done with it by 6 o'clock. I know you said dad man. Sorry about that, Atwood. So we're going to talk about birthdays today. So here we go. Guess what the first one is? You guys can guess. We've already been talking. Oh, nope, it's not. It's Mel Gibson. Oh, I looked at the wrong page. Ah, so it's no, we haven't been talking about Mel Gibson today, but we will later talk about J.R.R. Tolkien. Mel Gibson. He's an actor and a director, American actor and director, 68 years old. He directed and starred in Braveheart, which won an Academy Award for Best Picture and a Golden Globe. It was Best Picture and Director for the Academy Award. He played in the Lethal Weapon series and also the first three Mad Max movies. That's where I first saw him. He directed Apocalypto and Hacksaw Ridge, and he also wrote and directed The Passion of the Christ. He is 68 years old today. Happy birthday, Mr. Gibson. And then for all those sports ball fans out there, we have Eli Manning. You like him, you hate him. It's still his birthday today, and he's 43 years old. You know what I didn't do, guys? Let me go. I've got to share this to my family real quick. I just realized I forgot to do that. That'll only take me a second. I got a couple, just do a couple messages to them. So let's see. Let's find the group here. Here's the first one. Let's move that up and let's paste that. Let them know that I am live so they can join if they feel so inclined. And let's see, we got this one here. And then we will do this and we will text and we will paste. And there we go. Okie dokie. So we got that done. So I'm glad I remembered that. So here, now we have everything. No, they did not. There was actually one of the big things about that movie was the brutality in it. Um, so yes, you are absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct on that, Atwood. So Eli Manning, he was an NFL quarterback, 16 seasons with the New York Giants. He was the MVP of Super Bowl, two Super Bowls. I can't read Roman numerals this morning, so I don't know. He led the New York Giants, who were behind, to victory over the New England Patriots. He was selected first overall by the San Diego Chargers in the 2004 draft, but then they traded him directly to the Giants because Eli Manning said he would not play with the Chargers. And he is a younger brother of the fellow Super Bowl MVP Peyton Manning. And there are a lot of records and stuff in there that I didn't bother to post, but today is his birthday, 43 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Katie McGrath, 41 years old today, rose to stardom through her role in BBC series Merlin. She also was in NBC's Dracula and also in season 1 of the TV show Slasher. She was in Supergirl, the CW Supergirl in 2016, and she played Zara Young in Jurassic World. And she co-starred in the 2009 miniseries The Queen. Katie McGrath, Irish model and actress. Woohoo! Morgana and Sarah Bennett. I'm assuming you're talking about this. I don't know the characters that they played. And Danica McKellar. She played Winnie Cooper in The Wonder Years, and very apparently she's been in a lot of Hallmark Channel movies. Uh, she did voice acting. She was in Young Justice and DC Superhero Girls, and she was one of the main casts in the Netflix Project MC Squared. She graduated from UCLA with a major in mathematics, and she wrote 6 nonfiction books, all dealing with mathematics. And Snorter Pooper says, I bet the grass is green where Katie McGrath comes from. Oh, yes, it is very green. Ireland, beautiful country. The math books that she wrote were Math Doesn't Suck, Kiss My Math, Hot X, Algebra Exposed, Girls Get Curves, Geometry Takes Shape, which encourages middle school and high school girls to have confidence and succeed in mathematics. Good night numbers and do not open this math book. So beauty and brains right there. And good morning, Masters Maniac Mexico. I hope you're having a wonderful morning today. And John Paul Jones, an English musician, composer, and record producer, 77 years old today. He's a co-founder of the multi-platinum and diamond record rock band Led Zeppelin. He's bassist and keyboardist. He's the songwriter. He co-wrote "Starway with Heaven" with Jimmy Page and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995 as a member of Led Zeppelin. Yes, yes. Hello, hello, Baymax. Hello, Banana Shooting Gun. And yes, yes, Danica McKellar has booty and brains. You are correct about that. So, John Paul Jones, 77 years old today. Maxine Andrews. She was the soprano singer and the member of the Andrews Sisters, and they sang from around 1930 to 1940. They were a trio group, and they sold more than 80 million records. They sang songs like "The Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy," "Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree," and "Rum and Coca-Cola," and the Beer Barrel Polka. Yes. And John Paul Jones has not yet begun to find. Oh, wait, that's the other one. Yes. Search the pictures, you get both of them. I love the Andrews Sisters. Is that a song they sang? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about the other comment? Yes, I love the Andrews Sisters too. I think their harmonies are just flawless. But yes, she was 79 years old when she passed away in 1995. Turn the page. The next person we have here, Anna May Wong. She was the first Chinese American film star in Hollywood. She was born in 1905 and died in 1961 at 56 years old. She was the first Chinese American actress to gain international recognition. She co-starred with Anthony Quinn in the film Portrait in Black, and she played the role of Tiger Lily in Peter Pan. She did silent movies and sound movies. She um, tried to get where, at that time, the stereotype of Chinese actors, of Chinese characters, were they, especially women, they were either um, like she called them, the butterflies, or the villains. There was nothing in between, and she really wanted to change that and tried to change that, but it was very, very difficult. She tried out for the role in the Black Pearl, I think it was called. I can't remember. I don't have it written in my notes. And it was for a Chinese character, and she was not given the part. It was because there was so much stuff going on, and the discrimination was horrible back then. But she did make breakthroughs. Um, she did go to Europe and do some performing, and she did receive a star of the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the first Asian American actress to receive this honor. Anna Mae Wong passed away at 56 years old. She applied for she auditioned for Chinese roles, and they told her that she was too Chinese for the role. So, that just shows how absurd, uh, Hollywood could be. And we have John Thaw, he died at 60 years old, he's an English actor. I remember him most as, Detective Chief Inspector Endeavor Morse in the Inspector Morse series. He also played Jack Reagan in the police procedural show The Sweeney, in the TV series Red Cap, and he played Frank Carno in the biographical film Chaplin. He was appointed a commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire in 1993 by Queen Elizabeth II. He passed, as I said before, he passed away when he was 60 years old. Yes, only in Hollywood would they say something like that. Yes, to Chinese. And what was really hard is that when she went to China, because she was born in America, her and that she only knew one dialect of Chinese. There's many, many dialects. It was very hard for her even there to work because um of her accent, of her American accent. So it was very difficult for her, but there were some roles that she took where directors wanted her to do these very stereotypical Chinese stuff, and she's like, no, she refused to do them. And so she did the mannerisms like she wanted to, which gave more depth to the characters. Yeah, it was, we'll go back since we're talking about her some. Um, yes, well, Walk, I'm glad you're here. I figured you were in meetings. Okay, I can't wait to hear that story. It probably, knows? You know, you look, though, it was in, gosh, I gotta find out what um, that one thing was, which was it was just horrible. It just was she really thought that because she was an established actress and really thought that she would get the part in the show. Let me see. The Good Earth. Pearl S. Buck's The Good Earth. And it was given to Louise Rayner, and she played the leading role in Yellowface. Instead of having a Chinese actress play the part. And what added insult to injury, and this isn't against Louise Rayner at all, is that she won an Academy Award for that role. Um, so yes, it just is it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. And hello, Corey. Good morning to you. We have some, you've seen some of her work? Excellent. That's cool. I'm gonna look her up and try to find some of her stuff. Um, but yes, a groundbreaking actress um, at the time, and it was really hard. Um, it was really hard because at the time, every time she played a role, the Chinese newspapers would just uh, call her a traitor and all this stuff, and her family didn't really want her to act, and um, so she really pioneered and took a lot of heat for what she did. Yes, for the when they used uh, non-Asian people, white people, they would yeah put them make yellow face and make their eyes look slanted. Yes, exactly. And, they always had the Chinese people, uh, played all the Japanese bad guys in the movie. So they let the real Chinese players play Japanese people and white people play Chinese people. It just made it was back then it was so weird. It's so odd. It makes no sense at all. But anyway, she was a pioneer. I'm gonna try to watch some of her movies. Um I've never even knew about her, so that's really kind of a neat thing to find out. We've already talked about John Thaw. Our next person is Kohei Uchimura, and Kohei Uchimura is a gymnast, a Japanese artistic gymnast. He's, has a reputation as one of the finest male gymnasts of all times. He's won 5 gold medals in the all-around at the World Artistic Gymnastics Championships from 2010 to 2014. First Olympic gold medal representing Japan in an all-around in the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. And in 2014 was the year he won his 5th consecutive world championship in the all-around, a feat which no other gymnast to that point had ever accomplished. So he is oh, I didn't put how old he is. I didn't put how old any of these people were. Um, hey Siri, 2024 minus 1989. Oh, he's 35 years old. 35 years old is how old he is. So let me write that down so I don't have to do it later. See, sometimes I get ahead of myself and and then I forget to do something, which is always seems to be the case. Um, but yeah, we'll get it. But yeah, he an amazing gymnast. And we have Sci-Fi Mombi. Good morning, Sci-Fi Mombi, to you. Hello, hello. Oh, you were there earlier. Never mind. I see. I thought. Wait. I said. Oh, I missed Sci-Fi Mombi. No, you were the first one here. Ah, what am I saying? Our next person is Dan Harmon, 51 years old, an American producer and writer. He is best known for the creator of the comedy series Community. He was a co-creator of the Adult Swim animated series Rick and Morty. He was a writer for the 61st Primetime Emmy Awards, and then he won an Emmy for Outstanding Original Music and Lyrics for his work on that show's the 61st Emmy Awards opening musical number performed by Hugh Jackman. So that's patting yourself on the back. 51 years old today. I'm not awake. Caffeine IV stat. Well, the thing was is I've been up since 6:40 and, I've actually got stuff done. I've been moving around. I actually made me breakfast this morning. I don't know what my problem is. Yes, he did an appearance on a YouTube channel that's called Game Grumps, and these guys get on Game Grumps. They play these games and they're so silly and they laugh and it's really, really funny. And sometimes they have guests on and they had him on and it was really funny. So go look up Game Grumps on YouTube if you want to see some funny videos. Some funny videos. You lost track of time reading, that's why I was late. Well, I have to set alarms because I start doing stuff and I lose track of time too. So if I don't have my alarms telling me about the show, I would I would forget to start the show. And all of a sudden I look up and it'd be 9:10 or something. Like, ah. So I have alarms everywhere. Alarms everywhere. So yep, I do get distracted very easily. You went you was up, shopped at Publix, you were up at was up at 4, shopped at Publix, came home, and went back to bed and woke up in time for the stream. Well, yay! Yay! Oh, Dadman saying you'd be awake in our office. The new building owners letting crap go, and only Snorterpoopus Cuber would like it. It's that cold in here. Oh my goodness. Cold, cold, very cold. I bet is it colder than our house? Our house is cold. Our next person is now the man himself, J.R.R. Tolkien. And that's actually a picture in his study. He was 81 years old when he passed away. He wrote The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like I'm saying stuff like most of you guys probably know already. But he was ranked by the Times, a London newspaper, as one of the 50 greatest English authors since 1945. He is widely considered to be the father of the modern fantasy genre. It's like the AC is on and it's already cold outside, much colder than our house. And Sci-Fi Mommy says it's in the 30s here, and Snorter Poo Poo says it was cold and the grass was green. Really, really, really green. So, yes, considered to be the father of the modern fantasy genre. He cited Old English stories like Beowulf as an inspiration for the legends of Middle Earth. He was a code breaker during World War II and close friends with the author C.S. Lewis. They were both members of a literary group called the Inklings, and he was appointed a commander of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth II in 1972. J.R.R. Tolkien. I know. Let's get my everything right. J.R.R. Tolkien. Some is it I or Tolkien? I think I pronounce every vowel, every every letter Tolkien. I don't know. But 81 years old when he passed away. And finally, we have Victor Borg. Oh, I will have to look at that. I will have to look at that. I bet you it is really, really green. Let's look here. I'm going to look so I can comment. Let's search for. Trying to find it. Did you post it recently? I'll have to look for it. Victor Borg. Um, yeah, John Ronald Ruel Tolkien. I'll say John J.R.R. Tolkien because that's too much. Victor Borg was hilarious and a great pianist. Yes, he was. He was Danish, a pianist and a comedian. He was known for his popular radio and television performances in both Europe and the United States. He recorded numerous music and comedy albums, including The Adventures of Piccolo, Saxy and Company, and Comedy and Music. He was a piano prodigy. He earned a scholarship to attend the Royal Danish Academy of Music. His nickname was the Clown Prince of Denmark. And oh my gosh, if you can ever watch, just look, search him on YouTube. He's got to be there on YouTube. Some of his routines are absolutely hilarious. Um, some of them are. He did phonetic punctuation. Yes, he was a Great Dane. Absolutely, he was amazing. He did a routine called phonetic punctuation, where he read a passage from a book and added exaggerated sound effects to stand for most of the common punctuation, like periods was commas was or exclamation points were some other noise. Everything had a sound. And so when he read the story and then added the punctuation, it was hilarious. Look up phonetic punctuation and see if it's online somewhere. That's a great one. He also, I have another page here. He also did one that was called inflationary language, where he added one to every number or a homophone of a number in words. For example, instead of once upon a time, it became twice upon a time. Wonderful became twoferful. Tutorful. Forehead becomes five head. But anyone for tennis became any two 511ers. And this one, I ate tenderloin with my fork, and so on and so forth becomes I nined an 11derloin with my fark, and so on and so fifth. And he just would do that with all of them. And he would and some of his piano, how amazing it was with piano. He would have a sheet of music um, on the piano, and he'd start playing it, and the music would sound odd and wrong, and it looked confused. And then he would turn the sheet upside down. He'd turn it the other direction, and then he would actually play the correct tune. But he actually was playing the music that he saw upside down. Just was just a magnificent pianist. Just some of the stuff he did. Go look him up. He is so funny. He would do had a operatic singer that would sing with him, and he would go to play a song, and every time she started to sing, he would stop and be interrupted with something, and just you know his facial expressions and all that he did, like he would play, and she would start to sing, and she'd hit a high note, and he would jump and stop playing and hit the keyboards. Um, but then afterwards, then he would actually let there be a performance, a real performance of her singing, with him playing in the background. But check him out. Go look on YouTube. There is stuff of him there. Um, Hilarious, genius. I think uh, him, Spike Jones, and Ernie Kovacs were geniuses, way ahead of their time. Just all three of them are just geniuses. So if you're ever going to watch any of their stuff, I would recommend doing that. So that is all our birthdays for today. So I think we ended on a good note with Tolkien and Victor Borg. Not too bad, not too bad at all. So, yes, I'm gonna go look over and see if I can find that picture of that, Snortopoopas did real quickly. Uh, let's see if we can find it. There's your name. Up. I do not understand why I don't see it. Oh, well. I will try looking for it later. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong because that's normally what happens. It's me, no one else, just me. So let's check out YouTube here. We have 6 people watching, and how many likes do we have? 8 likes. Thank you guys very much. We have our poll, Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like the books is 0. Like the movies, whoops, come on, stay up there, is 12%, and do not like is 12%, with like both books and movies at 75% is in the lead. So, yeah, I wish there's so many nuances to this. It could be like both, but the books are better. Like both, but the movies are better. Um, never read them, never watched them. There were so many. Yes, yes. He would fall off the bench when a singer would start a loud note. Then he'd get back on the bench and lift up the seat, pull out seatbelts and put them on. Yes, he was just so funny. He was so funny. His sense of humor and was uh, just phenomenal. Such a sense of humor, and the fact that he could bring classical music to people, with through humor. A lot of it. Um, I like when he'd start playing a classical song and he'd be playing along and then it'd morph into like "Happy Birthday to You" or something like that. And it's like the look on his face is like, "Hey, what happened here?" Just, just a, just so funny. I could just talk about comedy all day. I've got some of the DVDs with his performances on it. Um, well worth watching. Well worth watching. We have 10 people. As I said, we have 7 people watching on YouTube. Thank you guys very much. And we have 4 people watching on Twitch. I appreciate that. That helps me a lot. Um, so now it is 9:44 in my neck of the woods, which is on the East Coast of the United States. We've been streaming for about 44 minutes here, and let's go to our next thing. I want to make little intros for these. I want to, I'm thinking of things to do when I'm thinking of changing to OBS. It'd be much easier to do little openings and things like that. And just to do it because I think it would be fun. But now it's time for, you guessed it, your meme and mine. It's meme time. And these memes are all related uh to one of our celebrations today. So, I'm sure you'll figure out that that one celebration is about kinda when we start showing the meme. So here we go. Here's our first one. The first one is, not sure if I can't sleep because I'm not tired or I can't sleep because I'm too tired. Boy, have been there. That's not even funny. That's just truth, man. That is just truth. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. That's you? That is you? I'm not sleeping in and being lazy. I'm just taking my morning nap. I might take a nap after the show. I got up early this morning. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Oh, I know what it was. Dadman started working again today. That's what's wrong with me. Nothing like you know how hobbits have second breakfasts? I have no problem with having a second sleep. Dadman needs a nap already. I bet. Accurate memes. Good morning, and good morning to you, Mandalorian. I'm so glad to see you this morning. Yes, there's a lot of truth in these memes today, I think. So you can't sleep. Have you tried telling everyone on Facebook? That'll help. Or Twitter or Instagram or whatever social media you use. Get off of Facebook and Twitter and you might be able to sleep. That's all I'm saying. Whew. Oh, all this talk about sleep is making me yawn. I love sleeping. It's like being dead without the commitment. I love Wednesday. I don't always set an alarm for the next morning, but when I do, I set it 45 minutes before I need to get up and snooze it 9 times in a row. Megatron's bad at being dead. I tell you, if I when I go to sleep, if I go to sleep, yes, Wednesday is such a chirpy child. I think yeah, she's a little bit too active for me, and I'm trying to stop yawning. I'm trying. One does not simply go to sleep before your brain is done with creating imaginary situations that are never going to happen. You know, that that used to happen to me all the time, and I don't know if I've just kinda quit worrying about things or thinking about things, but that doesn't happen to me that much anymore. It still does every so often, but, I go to when I go to bed, it's like if I'm like, "Okay, I'm tired, good night," and I'll go to bed and go to sleep. I don't like necessarily, watching TV. I do watch TV in bed, but I try not to, um and if I'm watching TV and I get tired, it's like, "Okay, good night," and I'll roll over and go to sleep. Because if I miss that window, I'm up for hours. So I try to go to bed, um, every once in a while, I get crazy dreams. I sometimes I do have crazy dreams and I wake up, I'm like, "What the heck was that?" And yes, repeat after me. That was a good yawn, wasn't it? Yes, yes. That's why I listen to audiobooks at bedtime. It gives the tiny bear brain something else to think about other than the problems. I used to, I love listening to nature sounds, any kind of frogs chirping. You get all those nature books, nature audios, CDs, rain on the roof, rain hitting the roof, any of those. I just really, really like them. And Dad Man's like, yawn. I have to do the yawn sound. And that was like, stop it. Now I'm yawning. And That man watches YouTube. Like, he has his history. Um, like I said, he was listening to when I says, "I'm going to bed," I rolled over, and we were watching Batman, and I says, "I'm tired, I gotta go to bed." So I rolled over and, went to sleep, and he turned on history and listens to, history YouTubes. The people that he listens to, I don't mind listening to 'em. Uh, their voices are pleasant, and they don't talk a lot of times about, at least he doesn't put on the stuff that's, um, more graphic in nature, shall we say. And talking about TV, not sure if I'm up late watching TV because I can't sleep, or can't sleep because I'm up late watching TV. Yes, and now I have done that one. I have known, I have I know that I have said, "Oh, I can't sleep and I'm watching TV." Well, it's because I'm watching TV and I don't want to go to sleep. I'm like falling asleep watching it in the chair, but I'm like, "No, no, I'm going to finish watching it." So that is so, so true. Of course, the dreams can be weird. The ones I was having during the Battle of Savile Island was pretty scary. Sharks, torpedoes, ship sinking. I bet. I bet. Uh, that Yes, that man used to watch he would start off watching something about the Civil War, and then it would change. It just would keep playing videos, and it would go to these videos of just some very graphic historical stuff. And I would start having dreams about it, and I'd wake up going, "Why am I having these crazy dreams?" And then I would see what was on the TV, and I told him he had to stop doing that because I was just having horrible dreams. Or he would listen to the radio, and at the time he was listening to late night talk radio, and a lot of that was weird stuff, very conspiratorial and all that. And he just listened to it for the voices. But I was hearing this stuff, and so I'd have weird dreams about aliens and, oh my gosh, all this crazy stuff. So I just like either nothing or music. So we usually I try to get to sleep before there's anything else on. So let's see how is our poll doing here. Uh, oh wow. We have 10 votes and we've got votes in every section. Like both books and movies is 60, like the movies is 20 in second, and books and like the books is 10, and do not like is also 10. So we have a mixture of everyone. We have 11 people watching. Wow, thank you guys very much. If you're watching and haven't voted, remember to vote. We have 9 likes. We need 2 likes there to even it up, to even it up. We have 3 people on Twitch. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that very much. And you voted the books, haven't seen any of the movies. Yep. Well, there's a lot of people that really only like the books. Yes, he would listen to our Bell stuff, Y2K, UFOs, and my gosh, I was so stressed during the Y2K because he was listening to all that stuff, and all that stuff was just seeping into my brain, and I said, "I don't want it to stop," and he would keep watching it. It was crazy. Yeah, graveyard radio, shift radio has never been the same since he's left us. Thank goodness. No, those who like it. It would stress me out because I would like I say, I would have horrible, horrible dreams. You don't have time for 3-hour movie. I'm trying to get to I don't have time for 3-hour movies. Fortnite is life, LOL. Oh gosh, and Edmund saying yes about uh Art Bell. But you had Chuck Harder in the daytime, which I guess is the daytime version of Art Bell. Yeah, you listen to some weird stuff then, man. Weird stuff. So that is all of our memes for today. I kept that one up long enough. And I think we've kind of exhausted the radio and YouTube thing. But yeah, I like it the nights that I get to listen to music because I put my Korean music on. I put Taemin on and I listen to him and it's really nice. And honestly, I don't know all of the words that they're saying, which is kind of nice because I can just really enjoy the music, the musicality of it, and the sound of the voices. Um, so yeah, I like it when Dadman is, or he's doing something else, and I get to listen to music and take a nap. So very, very opposites, very opposites. We have 3 people still on Twitch. We have 11 people here on, YouTube, and our voting is still the same. Very good. Let me go down to the bottom of this here. Raven's Reading Room. Yeah, yeah, some of that stuff is weird on there. And Old World Radio. Old World Radio just has old-time classic music, um, or have some good stuff on them. Well, I'm trying to think if there's anything I can talk about in between these 2 things. I'm, looking for, locally for some couple singers that can do harmony because like I say, I wanna do an opening, some lead-ins to some of my segments that I have, and I like to do it with some harmony, really quick little things, but just kind of fun and silly. Um, so that's something I'm looking, yeah, not like kinda like jingles, but more like just, little segues, like, and try to, like when I was especially thinking like when I do my, what I call my shameless promotions, I'd like them to, sing something about, it's time for shameless promotions and then have some fireworks go, something silly, just for fun to break it up a little bit and to add more things I have to do on the show. But if I get, like I say, if I get the OBS, when I get that in, hopefully Angus is supposed to help me with that today. Hopefully, here's fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Um, then it'll be easier to manipulate everything at that point. So that's the goal. That's what I'm looking at. I'm doing, and I think it will be a blast, and it'll just be fun. I've got lots of ideas going on in my brain, and I don't know if I have enough time to get them all done, but I'll get some of them done. Absolutely. We have 13 people watching now. Oh, okay. That would be great. Thanks. I can't wait when you start streaming. I can't wait till you start streaming. That's gonna be fun. And like you said, like you were saying yesterday, just having to figure it all out and make sure you have all the right stuff. It takes time and there's only so many um hours in the day. Oh, basically to how to set up a number pad to be a stream deck on the cheap. Oh, okay. That sounds really cool. I can't wait to look into that. Thank you so much for that. Another good source of musical comedy is Professor Peter Schnickel and his PTQ Bach recordings. Okay, yes, we will. I will look into that one too. I'm going to actually write that down because I love stuff like that. Um, like I say, Spike Jones, um, I really enjoy him. Ernie Kovacs is more television innovation, but, he is, you look at his stuff now and you go, "Oh, that's so stupid." Um, but when you realize what he was doing was at the advent of television and some of the effects that he was doing and the skits that he was doing was when television first started, didn't have special effects. And some of the stuff he did was absolutely ahead of its time. If he would have had, it's hard to explain. Um, and I know a lot of young people today would look at them and go, "Oh, that's just so stupid." But they don't realize that a lot of this was done on live television, um, and on film. Okay, I'll have to look at that. I've got his name written down. I'm going to search him up. Um, yeah, yes, I think some of the older comedies, I'm glad that we have where they can be, um, preserved, because they did stuff that was so innovative at the time and sometimes very dangerous. I can't remember the comedian. I don't remember if it was Buster Keaton, but had one thing where he ran down the street, stopped, and then a building front fell down and a window fell over him, and he was standing in the window. You only have one chance at that, you know, without really getting hurt. And and they did that. And there was no special effects. The building fell. The front of the building fell uh forward, and if he wasn't standing in the right spot, it would have fell on him. So, yeah, just geniuses at the time. Just geniuses. Well, now it's time for our celebrations. And here we go with our first one, which is JRR. Whoops, let me add it to the thing. JRR Tolkien Day, Tolkien Day. And I got this from the website nationaltoday.com. There's no way I could have said this better. So I'm just going to read what they put down, and this is nationaltoday.com where I got this from. The Lord of the Rings author's birthday today, and you're encouraged to toast him in celebration. You may remember from the story that Frodo toasts his uncle Bilbo on Bilbo's birthday every year. Now, over 60 years after the trilogy's original publication, the Tolkien Society asks fans to honor Tolkien's birth, which itself is on January 3rd, 1892, and to come up with a few words of adulation on your own, or you can use the official society phrase, the professor. If you want to celebrate J.R.R. Tolkien Day with a few extra meals in addition to the toast in true Hobbit fashion, Frodo would certainly approve. So, J.R.R. Tolkien Day, celebrating um, the Lord of the Rings publication and uh, Tolkien's birthday. So, enjoy a second breakfast. And here's a toast to you. So, J.R.R. Tolkien Day. Let's see how, I wish, one thing I noticed that this doesn't do is I don't see the, on the when I'm monitoring the Twitch side, it doesn't show me the number of people that are here on the on this device. So let's see, do we have any new people over here on Twitch? We have 4 people now. Well, welcome all 4 people here on Twitch. I appreciate it. We have now 11 votes in the poll. Like both books and movies is still number 1. Movies is in second, and books and do not like are in third. So wonderful there. So J.R.R. Tolkien Day is today. And our next one is a very, very interesting celebration. It's oh hey Tombly, how are you doing? Welcome on both the YouTube and the Twitch side. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming by. So our next day is drinking straw day. 6 people watching on Twitch. Woo! Is drinking straw day. And you're like, what the heck? Drinking straw day? Well, it's celebrating the day that Marvin Chester was awarded the patent for his paper drinking straw. Drinking straws have changed our lives for the better. Have you thought about drinking a milkshake without a straw? Or how about those juice boxes? They'd be impossible without one. And my big thing is I drink soda in the car, and if I didn't have a straw, it would be disaster. Disaster, I say. And his innovation was that he put there was, I believe, put a coating around the paper straw. Um, so yes, drinking straw day. Yes, pull out those plastic straws and be proud. Absolutely. Dad man is going outside to warm up. That's crazy. And I just said hi, but I didn't put your name up. So I'm going to put your name up, Tom B, both here and on Twitch. Thank you very much for that. Our next day is, and this is what our memes were kind of related to, it's Festival of Sleep Day. And it was created to help you catch up on the much needed sleep that you need after the holidays. It says, so put on those comfy PJs, grab your favorite stuffed animal, and curl under your covers for some much needed rest and relaxation after the holidays. No warming up outside here. It's 28 degrees. Or you can buy these environmentally safe straws wrapped in plastic. Yeah, Dadman says it's not much warmer outside. It's the festival of sleeping. Yes. I think I might be doing that a little bit after the show. And today, the Earth is at perihelion. And what is perihelion? Perihelion, you ask. You guys are all very smart. Most of you probably know. It's observed 2 weeks after the December solstice, which falls on usually January 3rd or January 4th every year. This year, it's January 3rd. On this day, the Earth is at the point in orbit which is closest to the Sun. It's not that significant in the fact that it won't change the weather or anything like that, but still, it is at the closest point today. Now, this is a celebration I've never heard of, Memento Mori Day or Remember You Die Day. It's it celebrates life. Yes, okay, before I stop, it means we're closest to the sun we're going to be, which explains Statman being cold. Yes. So, Memento Mori Day or Remember You Die Day celebrates life by thinking about death. That seems just very contradictory to me, but it's thinking about your own death to be precise. Many people don't want to think about their own mortality, but it forces you to step out of your comfort zone and look at the rest of your life and consider taking a more hands on approach with the remaining time you have on earth. It's what I call that you start doing deliberate living. Um, because we don't know. We don't know when it's going to happen. And we had something happen in our lives a couple, less than a couple years ago that kind of changed my mindset in a lot of things. And it's exactly like this, what this holiday celebration wants you to do. And it really had my whole outlook on life twisted um, to a turn, changed a lot. Um, and I changed a lot of things. I changed my attitude about life. I changed, my decisions were much more um, deliberate. Um, and one of the big things I decided to do was that I was not going to let negativity and um, from myself or anybody affect me. I was going to work on being positive, and just take each day really, like I say in my ending thing, take each day like it is going to be my last. And I don't go to bed with any regrets, um, because we're not promised tomorrow. And so this memento mori really struck a chord with me. And as I know seems kind of morbid and everything, but it really is a very freeing. And I would recommend anybody to participate to do this, and and start having deliberate living in your life, and not to have any regrets. And let's see. Memento Mori makes me think of Cade Six Gun in Destiny 2. Yes, yes. Well, I guess they gave you an explanation why it was freezing, and they're trying to get it fixed. And you hope to be immortal. So far, so good. You'll be immortal until you're not immortal anymore, huh? Memento Mori is the name of a song I like by Lamb of God. Um, yeah, it's I guess they said in Game that something from Game of Thrones. There's that the saying, remember you die. Um, and so yeah, and like I say, it sounds like it's a negative holiday, but to me, it's a very positive and a very affirming holiday. Um, because you like I say, you actually start living a very deliberate life. What you do is very deliberate. You don't waste your life on things that don't matter. Um, and to me, getting upset with people and wallowing in pity or anything like that are not worth the time to waste the time. on. It's not like saying that I'm not gonna have, some sad days or things like that, but I'm gonna not wallow in it and live in it, and, I'm going to look forward. I think it's a very positive thing. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. And then talking about positive things, the next one is it's chocolate covered cherry day. Yay! It's not like you've had enough chocolate covered cherries through the holiday season. Today is an excuse to enjoy them again. Yes, they combine two delicious flavors, cherry and chocolate. Sometimes the cherries are soaked in alcohol. Yum. And they have a sweet liquor center, a liquid, not liquor. Boy, where's my mind at today? A sweet liquid center in the middle of them. If you once you open up, yes, cherry cordials, cherry cor yes, the ones you take a bite and the liquid, ooh, yes, they're so good. So go out there, and, get yourself some go the best thing is to go and to a store that makes them fresh. They are absolutely divine. And yes, it is Grandma Man's Walking's Day. She loves chocolate covered cherries. And, the band Lamb of God is also a band that is from where I live. I've seen the drummer before once when I went out to dinner. Wow, that's really neat. That's really neat. I'm gonna have to write that song down too. I'm going to write that down by Lamb. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to that too. Yes, the Burr parents used to buy, me a box of those every Christmas. I always ate too many too quickly because once the box is open, you have to eat them. No, oh, that's okay. That's okay. You'd be surprised, Mandalorian. Uh, I'm very eclectic in my music, um, and, yeah, I might not like some of them, but I'll listen to that one. Um, I'm very open I'm very open to different types of music. Um, so, yeah, don't worry about that, Mandalorian. Fair warning. Well, I'll have to listen to it, and if you're on tomorrow, I'll tell you about it. Sort of poopus, I did the same thing. I Because we bought some for, Grandma Man, and, um, I almost bought me some, but I didn't. The intro is mellow, but there are one of the loud screaming metal bands. I don't mind loud screaming metal bands. I used to work for they weren't screaming metal band, but it was a rock band, and I would fall asleep in front of the, speakers, so, that's not gonna bother me at all. Okay, get around to listening to the vids you linked on Twitter. Okay, I will. After the show, I will check them out. Let me write that down too because I will forget. You guys think I'm kidding when I say I'm writing it down. I really am writing it down because my memory is crap. Maybe that's why it's so I can have such a positive attitude now. I don't remember anything. Bad stuff I just forget, and it works wonderful. Yep. I might shock some of you guys with some of the stuff that doesn't bother me. I might just shock some of you guys. Oh, no problem, Corey. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know because I'll know to check now. Um Absolutely. So, yeah, National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day. And then this one, when I first read it, I thought, no, uh, Humiliation Day. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, no, this cannot be about what I think it is, which is bullying somebody by humiliating them. And that's not what this is about at all. This today is about celebrating the power of humility, which is the freedom from pride and arrogance. And it's also condemns the act of humiliating another person. So, Humiliation Day is a day that we should try to be humble for all we have, thankful for those close to us, and if you're a religious, to thank God. So that humiliation day, and we should take and condemn bullying. They've also kind of added to this that uh, we should also condemn the act of bullying by humiliating others because that's the main way bullies attack people is through humiliating them, the negative humiliation, not the positive of being humble. Yes, yes, I sometimes think that's so funny. I'm not sure if I'm arrogant in my humility or humble in my arrogance. That I have, um I have always wondered when someone goes up and they announce to the world, "I am a humble person, respect me because I am humble." I'm thinking, "No, you're not humble. Humble is the absence of that arrogance, and you don't if you're humble, you don't have to announce it." So, yes. That I like that. I like that statement. Um, and let's see, Mandalorian has respect for the singer as he was tried for manslaughter in the Czech Republic when a fan got past security, stage dived, and died. Well, that's crazy. He did not have to go back to face the charges, but he did. Because of someone's stupid acts. That stuff I just think is stupid. Um, I just think I'm good for him for fighting that because that's just stupid. Someone goes into your building, break you know, somebody goes into your building, breaks the lock to get into your building, goes up to the top of the roof, jumps off the roof, and then they we're gonna try the building owner for it. That's bull. But yeah, good for them for fighting that. Good for him. And Corey is agreeing with Snortopoopas about the humbleness. Yes, someone one time was talking about pride, and, Dadman goes, "I don't have a pride issue," and I started laughing in the other room. I'm like, "Yes, you do." And being proud of what you do is not, is different than having a prideful attitude. Uh, I think we should be proud of what we do, but being pride is where you lord it over somebody and it becomes, you know, the focus. I mean, I'm proud of what I do on this show, but I'm not gonna say it's the best show out there and everybody else sucks and they all should just stop doing YouTube because I'm here and I'm the best thing ever. No. There's a lot of people that do stuff a lot better than I do. I'm just here having fun, and you guys are here with me having fun with me, so thank you gosh so much for that. Yes, Dad Man is loud and proud. Absolutely. So our next day, talking about rock music like we did a little bit earlier, our next one is Women Rock Day. And Women Rock Day is a day to specially honor the many brilliant women who have contributed to the rock genre. They paved the way for future generations by breaking into male dominated spaces. On this day, we pay tribute to the many female musicians who were pioneers in their own right. Tina Turner, the queen of rock and roll. Janis Joplin, who broke that girl singer stereotype that they only should sing folk and pop music, and she fused rock and blues into her music, and boy, she died too young. And Pat Benatar and her contributions to hard rock. And Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, I love rock and roll. So yes, women, yes, snorter poop is you're an idiot. You're so funny. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say you're an idiot. You're so funny. That's oh, I'm sorry, Miss Under Silly Bird. You're silly. You're so silly. Oh, oh. Well, thank you for that. And no, no, different strokes for different folks. Um, and yes, Dadman is embracing being loud and proud. And, thank you, thank you. And yes, to the females, they have female rocks. Yes, and, Paramore, good band, go listen to them. And I am a proud you're a proud idiot. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it the way it came out. I'm so and I say it in a loving way. I don't mean it derogatory at all. Oh, and, I'm sure someone would argue that's true snort. And about the female rocks. I think some of them, yeah. I think sometimes thank you, Dad, man. I think that sometimes the fight through the industries, especially, the male-dominated industries, women have gotta have some cojones, that's all I'm saying. Because it's hard. They're fighting a losing battle sometimes because 'cause they're in the minority and and yeah. So, rock on. Yay. Good for them. And I remember a lot of them when they first started too. So that's really cool. That's really cool. You identify some people as rocks. Dumb ass. Yes. So, thank you. Ver Now our last one is gonna hopefully be the last homage to basically the holidays, um, which is Fruit Cake Toss Day. It's a day to take that fruitcake you never got around to eating and sending it spiraling hundreds or thousands of feet into the air. It's thought to have started in downtown Minnetonka Springs, Colorado, and you can go there today to hurl and hundreds of fruitcakes are hurled into the air by hand, cannon, or slingshot. So if you desperately want to get rid of your fruitcake, uh, go to Colorado and throw it, hurl it away, give it a good toss. To prove I'm an idiot, I admit to liking fruitcake. Now, I'm going to say something about fruitcake. I think there are different kinds of fruitcake. You can get the store-bought kind, which is not that great. I have never had homemade fruitcake, so I am going to say I do not like store-bought fruitcake, but I have heard that homemade fruitcake tastes so much different and is much better. So until I try homemade fruitcake, I am going to reserve judgment on whether I dislike fruitcake or not because I haven't I've heard that um homemade fruitcake is so much different. And I don't know what's with Colorado these days. I just do not know at all. So, Get these all flipped here, right, so I can put them in my notebook later. So, yes, that is our final celebration today. Yes. Yes, well, a lot and the store-bought ones are not, and I think that sometimes, number 1, yeah, it makes you happy because it's soaked in brandy, but also it adds a moisture to the cake, and a lot of the fruit cakes I've seen have been very, because it's a dense cake, and I like dense cake, um, but, um, I think soaking it in brandy would give it that, eh the moisture that it needs. And like I said, also you eat one piece and you don't care what it tastes like. But, yes. And Snort People saying, "Come on, Dad, admit it, you love Denver." No, did not love Denver at all. No way, Jose. It was horrible. The roads were horrible. The roads were dark. It was raining. Did not like it. So there is a discussion about some bands in here, which is very cool. So I'm glad that you guys are talking amongst yourself. I think that's really really neat. I like that a lot. So yeah, we've had some great discussions today, and it's been so cool. And it is now 1:32 into the show, 10:32 here in my neck of the woods. We got 15 people watching. Wowzer. We have 10 people watching on YouTube. Thank you guys very much. And how many people have liked? We have 10 people liked. Oh, good, it's even. That makes me happy. Even or higher for the likes, and that's what makes me happy. And on our poll, how are we going here? We have 11 votes. Wow, we have 64% like both the movies, 18% like the movies, and 9% each for do not like and like the books. So very, very good. Um, a neat question to be if you had a choice to and then you had like the time and everything to read the books or watch the movies, which one would you rather do? That would be a very interesting question. A daytime and daytime showed every interstate road was a toll road. I books over movies. There's a few times that I don't mind either, but usually the books because they can put so much more into the books. I think, than in movies. Movies are limited by time, um, so that does, um, limit them, I think, especially some of the bigger novels. Well, everybody, on that note, I think we are about time for you guys to listen to my shameless promotions, and this is where I want to put a little jingle. Shameless promotions, and then have fireworks go off and then go to the promotions. Yes, but I want it in like glorious, at least three-part harmony. I think it would be fun. Yes, I'm weird. There was one good thing about Denver, that was it was the setting for Last Man Standing. I like that show. I did too. I like Last Man Standing. Um, um, Corey liked it until they got the new Mandy, and then nope. And Dadman says Lord of the Rings was a rare book I returned to enjoy reading. Usually he watches the movie first. Yes. So okie dokie. So time for shameless promotions. They're really easy today. I have impromptu streams blocking out the boredom. I'm bored, so let's build something. Anytime I'll post them on Twix. Thank you, Castle, for that. At MDadmanWalking55. I am not doing a stream tomorrow. I have a dentist appointment, and so I have opted out of doing the stream. I'd either have to cut the stream short or start it later in the day. And later in the day is just too hard. They last too long. Um, um, for me to do. And Storm Poops agreed, didn't like it when the new Mandy, and missed it when Eve left. Yes. Also, I have my morning show, which I'm doing right now at 9 a.m. Eastern Time every morning, barring a doctor's appointment or an emergency. So, yes, daily, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, morning musings with Mrs. Dadman Walking. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Also, like I've said, I like to make this channel self-supporting. My goals are to get both channels monetized. Right now, I have Twitch monetized, which I appreciate so much. Thank you, everybody. YouTube is not monetized. If you don't want to uh, uh, go through YouTube or Twitch to monetize, you can also support me through Ko-fi at Mrs.DadmanWalking55. That is a donation site, a tip jar, whatever you choose to call it, where you can support me with cash uh, uh, daily or monthly. I'm daily. One time yes, support me daily, everybody. No, it's a one time you can do a one-time donation or a monthly donation on there. So, yes, Kofi. And also my wish list, throne.com at Mrs.DadmanWalking55. It's a privacy first wish list for creators where your privacy information is kept private. My information is kept private. We each other don't know what it is. Throne is the only people that know what it is. And I have given gifts through this and I have received gifts through this. And it is a wonderful, wonderful site. I just finished a build from one of the gifts, Starry Night. I'm waiting for this one to come in. Agent Atwood has decided to be late, but when it gets here, we will build it. I don't care. I love it. I think it's adorable. It is a Destiny 2 advent calendar of the ghost that which is one of the your characters. It's like a companion um, in Destiny 2 game, and I actually have that skin, the gingerbread house skin. So I am really looking forward to this. And when it comes in, we are going to build it as soon as possible. I also have these already, Big Ben and Stonehenge from Daisy and Liam. And when we can schedule a time where they can be present for the stream, then we will build these, at least one of them. So thank you, Liam and Daisy, for these. Um, Also, I have live streams, which I'm doing right now, and VODs, which all my live streams are made into VODs. I'm going to try to do some work on figuring out how to take the Lego builds and be able to do the time lapse of them. Still working on that. Once I start doing that, then my Lego builds will be time lapse. Hey, Phil, TMNT, how are you? Hello, hello. Glad you could make it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to vote in our poll that we have over on the YouTube side. So that makes 13 people watching. Wow, thank you very much. You can check out my live streams on youtube.com/ at Mrs.DadmanWalking55, twitch.tv/ Mrs.DadmanWalking. No punctuation and no numbers are there. On Twix, you can find my streaming schedule. I try to post an hour, 30 minutes, and 5 minutes reminders of all my streams. If I do impromptus, they'll be there. If I do, want to put uh, anything silly up there, I will. And goodbye, Atwood. I will see you later. Bye bye. Um, so that is there on Twix. Um, so let's check out our poll real quick here. I'm going to end it with 12 votes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the poll has ended. And it looks like um, books and like both books and movies is first place with 58%. We have a tie for second at 16%. Like the movies or do not like. And then we have like the books is 8%. Thank you, all 12 of you who voted on that. I appreciate that very, very much. And now I will say goodbye to everyone. Eyes up, Guardians Atwood. Thank you very much. And everyone have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time. And remember to be kind, show love, and remember you're not promised tomorrow. So go to bed each night with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you all peace. See you next time.